I thought I was in space there for some minute there.
That's good music, man. I like that. It's good.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome back to the match preview show on the Dugout Football Channel. And it is a very, very big game tomorrow evening at the G-Tech, 8 o'clock kickoff. Brentford take on Liverpool. And a lot has been said. In the summer about this Brentford side. Liverpool on the back of 4 straight defeats, but they'd come back with a 5-1 win against Frankfurt. But delighted to say, been joined by a very, very special guest. Been joined by Mr. Steve Jenkins from Mr. Beehive Football Chat. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm fine, Doug. I hope you're well, buddy, as well. You're doing well there. A great channel.
Yeah, and
usual. Brilliant channel.
I am doing very, very well, my friend. Yeah, Brentford. How would you sum up your start to the season?
Mixed. It really is mixed because, start off, you lose Thomas Frank, great manager, quality manager, took us up to the Premier, fantastic manager, and we lost big players too, you lose, ones that have got most of your goals, the players, like Visser, Bramo, all that, even Norgard, who was great for us, was a skipper as well. And hard to replace that, isn't it? At the end of the day. And, certain people, Doug, thinking we're going to go down, going to get relegated, without kicking the ball. But, it might still happen, Doug. You never know. That might still happen. But, no, at the end of the day, I feel, it was hard. It's always going to be tough when you lose your big manager and big players. That's never going to be easy to replace, And we always seem to do it, though. I mean, we've done it like lower leagues.
Yeah.
We got rid of these top managers, top players, and we still seem to somehow come out and get these players in, these gems somehow, And I'm not saying we totally done it this time because it's still a work in progress. So I'm keeping grounded. I'm not getting too gassed about anything because, look, we got Keith Andrews.
Yeah.
Really is. Was a set-piece coach, wasn't he? Let's be honest. And, I'm still not expecting a lot. But whatever happens at the moment, I'm happy with. It's been great at the moment. Ups and downs. Yeah, we lost 2 bad games we had. Lost 3-1 to Forest, 3-1 to Fulham. The worst games we've had, I think. But the others, I thought we've done okay, mainly, in most of the games. West Ham was probably our best we played. But they're a poor team.
Yeah.
They are a poor team, West Ham are. I was really surprised how bad they were. So,
I've got to say, from looking at sort of Brentford this season, you've been very, very competitive. I thought, obviously, the Tottenham Forest game. I think a lot of people said at the time that they were a little bit concerned. They were a little bit concerned, but that's obviously the sort of the start of the season. Then you go home against Aston Villa, and you were very, very good. Obviously, you won that pretty comfortably 1-0. But I know 1-0 is never a sort of a comfortable victory. But I kind of look at you, and I've got to say, Igor Thiago has definitely taken this season by storm. I know he obviously had that really bad injury last season, and that kind of affected him. But he's been very, very good as well. And I've got to say, one of the signings of the summer for me, and he obviously formerly played for us, Jordan Henderson. I think he has been absolutely outstanding in that midfield for you.
He has done. You're right. And I changed my mind about him, mate, because I didn't want him to start with. I thought, oh, God, we got a 35-year-old who's probably past his best, ain't great, ain't good enough anymore. Why have we got this guy in? Supposed to be a replacement for Norgard as well, And I thought, well, is he really? But he has done. He's been amazing. What can I say? He's been superb. And, I take all that back, what I thought, I think he's been amazing for us. And he's playing for England again. So,
yeah.
Maybe the Bees have got something in that to say, oh, look, you're playing for England now. Oh, you're playing for the Bees as well. So, no, but
right.
Quality, he is quality.
Yeah, still. Absolutely. Is rightly deserves of his place back in the England side. So, excuse me. Let's go sort of back to obviously the transfer window, because I think it's safe to say that you have had a lot of overhaul. I think is
Yeah,
the safest thing to say.
this is it. Yeah,
Um, you lost Flecken, you lost
no
Vissa,
problem.
you lost Mbermo. So
Yeah.
you've lost sort of 39 goals from sort of that season last season.
Mm,
You've obviously lost your captain Norgard as well. But I
mm,
think if we're being honest, the players that have come in with Tara,
mm.
um, I would say Henderson definitely to that extent. I'm going to say Caiomhin Kelleher because I think Caiomhin Kelleher for me, I've always said that I've wanted him to actually be a number one goalkeeper.
Yeah,
And he finally got his chance. Finally you guys came in for him, and I was delighted. I thought, right, this is the move for him. He'll play. He'll he'll be a big scorer in fantasy football because he's already showing his worth with the that
mm,
penalty save against Bruno Fernandes.
yeah,
And I think when you look at your side at the moment, you've got a really really nice balance. Obviously I look at your side as well, and that front three, Watara, Shada, and Tiago, you've got a really really good side there. But what were your feelings sort of going into the summer window when you lost Flecken, when you lost your captain Norgar, and when you obviously lost Bisson and Burma?
well, some worse than others. I dreaded because of them going. Obviously, Bramo, Visser, he got most of our goals. Let's be honest. In the
Yeah.
season, how do you place those two? Major goal scorers, and they got on well as a partnership. They blossomed together as a great partnership as well, and that's so hard. And what do you do there? And then who is going to replace him? But I thought we already had that with Thiago because apparently he was supposed to be Tony's replacement, really.
Hmm.
And then of course he got that bad injury, meniscus injury, and put him out for the whole season. It was really terrible. I felt bad for the guy, because he seems a likable bloke. He seems a really nice guy. Brazilian, obviously. Not your typical Brazilian, I would say. But he's got all that loads of flair and technique as such. But he's strong. He's powerful, and he has got a little bit about him, skill slightly as well. But I think he's probably what we needed. It's just the thing is, he's been out so long, and you've got to give him some time still to get back into it all. And he's done well so far. Look, what is it, 5 goals? I think he's got now 5 or 6. So
Hmm. Yeah.
it's great. That is great. A good start, and I'm happy for the guy because he's come through some bad times and he's come from like poverty and things like that. I think and stuff like that. So that's brilliant from him. And he's been like playing mainly in Belgium and Bulgaria, places like that. And we got him from Club Bruges, obviously, and he got plenty of goals there. He was incredible. Apparently, got loads of goals. I don't. What was it? Was it 29 or something or more? Apparently, in Belgium, in Club Bruges. So we know
Yeah.
he's a good player. He's a great player. So just needed some time though. You come out a long layoff, with a bad injury. You've got to get back into things, into the swing of it, and I'm glad he has though, and he's proving that maybe we got the striker already. I still think we do need others. I mean, the Visser replacement, as much as I hate that Johan Visser, sorry, I can't stand the guy, what he done to us. But he got a lot of goals for us. But, with the
Yeah.
thing he done there, the disrespect, I hated all that, that he wanted to get out. I mean, Brian Bramo was superb. Brian's a great guy as well. We see him we see him out there training, and they assign autographs, and take photos, everything with everyone, and say hello to everyone and whatever. So great guy, and I wish the best for him at United. Hate the fact he's gone there, but I
Yeah.
still wish the best for him. And Fisher not so much. I think we're going to give him a hard time when he comes back here. Because we got Newcastle soon. So if he does play there, you know, He would get. It won't
Well,
get welcome. You know.
well, if he's fit, that's the main thing because obviously
Yeah.
he's out injured at the moment. Now I know I know from obviously speaking to you in the past that you weren't a really big fan of Mark Flecken, so
No.
I think it's safe to
I'm
say
still.
you're I think it's safe to say that you're pretty happy to see the sort of the back of him. But what have you made of Caiomhin Kelleher as a number one?
Started a bit shakily, Doug. I think he's a very quality keeper. He's a very good keeper, and he was his Republic of Ireland international. But he was number two behind Allison, and at
Yeah.
times I keep thinking, is he still trying to be a number two? Why is he not playing like a number one? The best guy, because he was used to coming on playing when Allison couldn't play for any reason, and that wasn't often.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought, well, now you're the number one, mate. Come on, get into it, and let's see what you've got. Your quality. You're placing a guy that was shaky at times. That Mark Flecken. Okay, he had some great moments. I know that, but also he was really bad, and he made mistakes. And I think Kelleher is better than him, a lot better. But I just want to always see it now, the consistency of making those great saves, doing them great moments. And, I mean, he done that against West Ham, one of them, Bowen. I think it's Bowen with a shot. And the
Yeah.
incredible save, tipped it around the post. So, I know he's got it in him, and he's top quality. So, that is something I'm happy about with the goalkeeper situation. At last, we got a good keeper. About time, After Raya's gone, I still
Yeah.
think he still make mistakes, Rayo. I'll still say that. He done that a bit here with us. But at Arsenal, he comes so far off his line or whatever, He tries to be an outfield player. Don't do that. Stay in your goal. Just be a goalkeeper, So,
Yeah.
I think Kelleher is like that. I don't think he'll be like that. So, he's quality.
No, I've been a big fan of Kelleher. Obviously, as people know, obviously big success as a number two, and I'm so happy that he got his move to you guys, and he's been excellent. I think he's got a couple of clean sheets in there as well. Obviously
Yeah,
against West Ham. Like I think sort of go back to the West Ham game because I've got to be honest. That was as dominant a performance I think I've seen from you guys away from home.
yeah. Yeah, I think we had 22 shots or something like that. But, at the end of the day, if you don't convert them, that's the only thing. There's, we've got to think about all the chances they actually missed at the end of the day. And you can't do that. You do that, it's like a team against you lot, Liverpool. We're done. If we can't score the goals against you lot, that is it. We are going to get snapped. And then, against West Ham, I always felt, we're going to win this whatever. Because if we still keep missing, it won't matter. Because they didn't look like doing anything. I mean, Somerville, I thought was their best player. He was direct, quick. Crescencio, is it Crescencio Somerville? Yeah. And he's very quick and direct. Bowen as well. Probably their best two players, you would say. I think they should be a better team, myself. And no disrespect to West Ham, but I think they should be.
I actually have a feeling if you take Bowen, Paqueta, and probably Somerville out of that side, they're very, very average West Ham, and I really fear for them. I actually think that tonight's game between Leeds United and West Ham United is actually a 6-pointer already. I think if you look at the other game on Sunday, Wolves Burnley, that's already for me that's a 6-pointer as well. So there's some really, really interesting games this week where I think a win or two could probably get you up the league. I think this weekend is really, really interesting for sure. You've got 10 points. You're 5 points above the relegation zone. So it's a really, really good start to the season for Brentford. But so what are your sort of expectations this season? Is it to survive, or would you say mid-table? Because I've got to be honest, when I obviously looked at what was obviously happening, when you obviously lost Visser, when you obviously lost Mbermo, when you lost Flecken, when you lost your captain, I thought a little bit to
Yeah.
A little bit concerned, I think, is the safest thing to say. But actually, proven me completely wrong because I think you've been very, very competitive. I think the other thing you can say as well, I think the one thing I really like about Brentford is you promote within your team. Now,
Yeah.
when I mean that is basically, you had Thomas Frank as an assistant, I think, Dean Smith, and then
Mm.
he obviously left, and then he wanted to take on the mantle. You've obviously had Keith Andrews there as a coach for a number of years, and now he's obviously the new manager as well. What have you made of Keith Andrews so far as a manager, and are you confident that he can keep you up?
Fairly surprised, actually, Doug. I mean, I thought he weren't going to be my first choice ever, of course, as a manager. And I thought, well, we've got, set piece coach. He was great as a set piece coach last season. He really got us some great, things. That the first minute goals. Okay, it never was the games, but that sort of changed it a bit for us and what he was doing and the
Yeah.
dynamic of it and everything. I was happy with that, but as a manager, not really. I just thought. I mean, apparently, allegedly, we were linked with Ange, Big Ange. Apparently, we spoke with him
Mm.
on it. There was talks, and that was about as far as it went. And looking at it, Doug, I'm glad we didn't, because you see where it's going for him again now. Sacked from Forest as well now. So now they've got Sean Dyche. So the old Dyche ball at Forest, I think that'd get him out of trouble, to be honest. He does that all the time, Dyche, doesn't he? He gets teams out of trouble. So I think he'd do that there. But getting back to this, yes, Keith Andrews was not my first choice, but we got him. I wasn't really happy, but I thought, well, let's give him a chance, back him, see what happens. And yeah, it weren't great. It's been bumps in the road. I like the way the guy talks. He's
Yeah.
brilliant. What he comes out with, what he says, honest, and and straightforward with it all. And I think it's great. It still remains to be seen because it's a work in progress, as I said. What will happen? I'm hoping we will stay up well. I still think a lot of people are saying, well, look, you're going to be down near the bottom. You probably could be relegation. I still think I would hope like a 12th or something, 13th, 14th,
Hmm.
15th, something like that. A high of 12th, low of 15th maybe. But it's not going to be as high as it has been. It's not going to be top 10. It's not going to be near Europe. I know that. You've got to temper your expectations with it. And
Yeah.
I think, a good cup run. We're in the Carabao Cup. So, we've got Grimsby next, though. I don't think that'd be as easy as people think that. They're not United out. So, it is going to be tough. So, I'd like to get through it, though. We nearly got to the final in that. Was it the semis, I think, against Arsenal? Was it a couple of seasons or so ago? And then we lost to the
Yeah.
eventual winners, Newcastle, last season, the eventual winners. So,
Yeah.
we've done all right in that. So if we could get to the final, I'd love that. If we get to the final, even if we don't win it, if we get to the final, I'd love that.
Yeah. 100%.
So if we could win a cup, I mean, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, that's realistically what we could win, but I'm not sure. The FA Cup, we went out against Plymouth last season. Well, that as well.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
we both
certainly
lost.
do. From
Mm,
we both. Yeah. We both
mm.
were knocked out. But hello, everybody in the chat. I will come to you right now. Hello, Stephen. I'm doing very well, thank you. Hope you are well.
I know,
Warren's
Steve.
Team
Well
Talk.
done.
Hi, lads. Hope you're both well. Very well, thank you.
Up well.
Gary Richards, tally ho. Isaac is a problem. Well, we might not see Isaac tomorrow, I'll tell you that. Ekateke is the main
Well,
man. I agree. I agree. Hello, Jordan Hyman as well. Hope you're well.
no look.
Uh,
Mm,
yeah, absolutely. Pixel
mm.
Faye on Twitch. Hello, Pixel. Hope you're well.
Pixel.
Ignore me. Have a good combo. Sorry, I am coming to the chat. I'm coming to the chat as well. Warren's Team Talk said I wanted Kelleher to go to Celtic, but there is no chance of that. Mostly because the Celtic board is a shambles.
Sorry,
You
Warren.
can say that again. You can say that again. It has been excellent for the Bees that Aaron Hickey has come back from injury and that they managed to replace the goalkeeper and Roars left. Yeah, 100%.
Mm.
100%. And Stephen says, I'm doing good, thank you. There we go. Yes, I think it's the safest thing. Yeah, absolutely.
That's
I think that is the
yeah.
I think that's the safest thing to say. But what have you made of Liverpool this season so far?
Well, I actually don't hate me for this, Doug, but I actually thought you've been very lucky at times. You not played your best. I mean, I think maybe that Champions League was probably your best sort of football. I think that you played, and you're a great team, a
Yeah,
fantastic team. You know, champions again last season. But the only thing I will say is when you Slot came in, he had Klopp's squad,
yeah.
so he had that, and it was pretty easy for the guy. Let's be honest. And don't get me wrong, Arnie Slot is a good manager. He's a very good manager, right? But when you inherit somebody else's squad and they're great players they got, the likes of Salah, the McAllister, you can tell me the rest because there's loads. Well, who else could we say there? Gravenberch, another one.
Yep.
The list is endless, and I get jealous about it. How many great players you got, and I wish we had them at the Bees. But but yeah, I just think you've been hit and miss. I mean, you've been lucky in a lot of games. I don't know if you agree with that as such, but you
Uh,
know,
to be honest with you, I totally agree with you. We have been lucky. We have been lucky. Just very, very quickly, Pixel, it's Pepsi Max Cherry. Pepsi Max Cherry, which I'm drinking.
I got
Although it does.
no, I shouldn't do that. Sponsorship, no, I shouldn't do that.
So yes, Pepsi Max Cherry, Pixel,
Yeah.
Pepsi Max Cherry. Yeah, I agree with you. I think we have been lucky.
Mm.
I think if you look at the games that we've won, obviously Bournemouth, Newcastle, we had to have a late win. Arsenal was the 83rd minute. Burnley was the 95th minute. And then after that, it's been like Crystal Palace, and then obviously Galatasaray, Chelsea, and then obviously Manchester United. Now, the 4 games that we've lost, we deserve to lose all of them. Safest thing to say, we've been very, very poor. And I think as well, we were riding our luck. We were riding our luck with these like last minute winners. And it's not sort of going to be happening all over the season. It's sort of not sustainable, and that's the thing I can sort of take in from that. But I think that the 5-1 win against Frankfurt, he changed the system. He changed the system. He went away from this 4-2-3-1, which I think has sort of been hampering sort of Salah's game. I think you've been kind of seeing that as well. Gakpo for me has been the best attacker so far for us. I would have to say Hugo Ekiteke's definitely been the best signing so far. He's been really really good. Florian Wirtz obviously came in at a time where he's obviously a big money player. But I think if you look at sort of the signings that we have made, obviously Ekiteke's been sort of the most successful one so far. Isak is still to get going. I'm pretty sure once he gets going, he will score goals again. It's defensively I'm worried for. Really, really defensively worried that I've been this season is that we're not defensively sound. We keep changing the back four. A left back is either Robertson or Kirkes. At right back is you've either got Connor Bradley, Jeremy Frimpong, who's obviously going to miss tomorrow because obviously they've got a hamstring injury, and then obviously Dominic Soboslai, like our sort of more creative player, is being sort of right back. So that's not helped things as well. And obviously Alisson's injured as well. So yeah, obviously Marmadashvili's had to sort of come in as well. So once it clicks, Steve, I feel that we are going to give someone a batter, and obviously we did give Frankfurt a batter after going 1-0 down. But
Right, don't look at me
I
when you say that, Doug. Don't look at us, all right, when you say that. Give us a battery, okay?
don't. No.
Yeah.
I don't think you get battered actually, to be honest, because I think if you look at how you're playing and look at how we're playing, I think it's a really interesting game tomorrow. And I think when you look at sort of Brentford as a whole, like people have sort of been like looking at you, and
Mm.
I guess Manchester. I watched you against Manchester United. That could have easily been 5-6 or 7-1.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You're creating chances, and that's the best thing I could say about you. You're creating chances. So
Yeah.
how are you feeling going into tomorrow?
Well, the thing is, I will say, buddy, I'm not. I'm staying grounded because at the end of the day, we beat. They were poor teams. We beat. United were poor, absolutely poor, and that's probably one of the worst United teams I've seen for a while. They were that poor, and was it West Ham were poor? But we played really well. I thought that's the best we
Hmm.
played actually against West Ham. The best first half we played as well. I don't think Villa were that great when we beat them, and I thought they're a very good team.
Mm.
You've got Ollie Watkins always scores against us. I know what we've done to him, but he keeps fucking scoring again. Sorry, I apologise for swearing. Apologise, Doug. But he always scores against us, and I hate that. But but no, I think we were really unlucky against Sunderland as well. I think probably Sunderland were the better
Yeah.
team, but we should have won that. Don't let Kevin Sade take a penalty. It's anyone else probably, Damsgaard or whatever. But we lost that. So, but no, I'm a little bit apprehensive about this game still because I still think you're a fantastic team, and you champions for a reason. And sometimes champions win luckily as well, and that's why they're champions. So I still think this could be really hard for us. And I know we're at home, and we have played some good stuff at times in moments. But there is still a long way to go. And I just want to see our real identity at times because I'm not sure we've got it yet under Andrew. So I knew I could see it under Frank when he was here, but under
Yeah.
Andrews, I'm still not sure yet. I mean, look, we got that long throws. That's a big weapon for us. The
Yeah,
long throws.
I was gonna ask you that, and I'll ask the people in the chat because there seems to be a bit of a discussion about long throws. Now, obviously, we all sort of remember like the old sort of Barclays days. We all remember like long throws were like a real sort of weapon
Mm,
for
mm,
for certain teams.
mm.
What have you made? What have you made of sort of the amount of long throws, and do you think it's sort of coming back into the game? Because let's be honest, they haven't really left the game.
No. Well, they're working for us, Doug. So I'm in favour of it at the moment. So, but yeah, I remember all that. I remember all that with Challenger and who's the other guy that used to do long Dilap and all that.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, Rory Delap. Remember that very well.
yeah, so that was always a potent weapon. If you got somebody who can do that, and we got it. We got Coyote can do it. Who's the other guy that we got can do that? I think even Shardy can do it. And there's one or two others. Aya, I think, can do long throw. So, we got
Hmm.
an abundance of them that can do that. But, yeah, I think it's amazing, mate. If it works out, I mean, what's wrong with it? If it works and helps, so what?
It's effective.
Effective, yeah.
Yeah. It's absolutely effective, and I think everyone remembers the old sort of Stoke City from 2008,
Yeah.
2009. Everyone would sort of remember that team, and as we said, Rory Delap throws. We all remember them. So I look, long throws haven't gone away from the game. I know people are obviously saying there's a bit of an increase, but like don't take any notice of what Jamie Carragher's saying. By the way, honestly,
Yeah.
great player, but since
Mm.
he's been a pundit, he does say some outlandish things, and I think he was saying, "I'm sick and tired of seeing long
Yeah.
throws." They've
Yeah.
been in the game. Like they've been in the game of football for as long as I can remember. And
Well,
if it is a weapon,
when he was playing, they were
yeah,
there. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. If it's a weapon, then absolutely use it.
Mm,
Everyone criticises Arsenal, right? Everyone criticises Arsenal.
mm.
Set pieces, probably the best in the Premier League. Let's be honest.
Brilliant.
It's a weapon. If
Brilliant.
if it's if it's a good weapon to have, you utilize it. Yes, I know people will say set piece FC and obviously Stoke 2.0 etc. as well. But
Mm.
if it's effective, use it. So long throws have definitely not gone away from the game, and as you said, it has been effective for a number of teams this season, and
Mm.
it's definitely not not going away as well. So let me
Yeah.
just go into the chat because I've just seen a Sunderland support. We beat Brentford at home and Wolves and West Ham. Think Brentford were the best of the three. So there you go. Sunderland.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, true.
Uh,
Agree.
Warren's team talk. I thought Liverpool started really well, but I think Isak was brought into the team too soon. He had missed so many games because of the
Mm.
fiasco. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Sorry, Steve, it's a Liverpool 2-1 win for me,
Yeah,
and Liverpool will
that's
win the
all
title by
right,
a
Ron.
distance.
Don't worry about it. It probably will be. As long as it's not a really
Stevens.
bad defeat, I don't care. If we don't get Wallet, I'm happy,
So going into tomorrow,
Mm.
where do you think you can hurt us?
Mm. I suppose, well, there's a little bit dodgy your defence, I've got to admit, at the moment. I don't think your goalie's that great either, because you ain't got Allison there. I'm not sure about Mamadou really as a really great goalkeeper. I think you've been a bit weak with Canati in that, and I thought he's really good. I always thought he's a really good defender, especially last season and whatever. Even
Yeah,
Van Dijk's made mistakes as well, which is a bit strange. You don't see that too often, do you?
yeah.
I think there is a vulnerability slightly there. But whether we can make the most of it, I'm not totally sure. We got a bit up front now with Thiago and that. I mean, he bullied West Ham's defence the other day. He's a big guy as well, big strong bloke. And he really
Yeah.
bullied all them. Whether he could do that with your defence, I'm not totally sure. There is something to Shardy. I mean, he's so inconsistent though, this young man, and he's got pace,
Mm.
raw pace, and he's got some ability, and he can score. But when he does it, when he puts his mind to it and does it, he's a little bit lazy, you could say, at times. I just like there's Damsgaard as well. Our best sort of passer of the ball as well, creative player. Only thing you get with him, he's slightly weak still. You can push him off the ball
Mm.
really easy. That's the only problem. I even think Jensen. I mean, look, he's come on and scored twice. Why isn't he starting? Henderson, well,
Yeah.
he's been incredible, Henderson, so he could he's passing and stuff, everything at the moment. So the only thing I fear with him, can he last the whole season? 35 years old, can he last playing nearly every game?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, I
problem.
suppose I suppose that I suppose that's the sort of the question really. If like a 35-year-old Jordan Henderson, can he sort of stay fit? If he can stay fit, then he's in that Brentford side every single week. But
Yeah,
the reason I did ask you like what sort of where can you hurt us, like I honestly fear Thiago tomorrow.
yeah,
Thiago up against Van Dijk and Konate could be really really interesting.
yeah.
Because if you look at big physical strikers
Mm,
like Mateta, Van Dijk struggled with Mateta.
mm,
Simple as that. Van Dijk and Konate really struggled against Mateta. Um, obviously you had Yorkeres at the weekend there when I know Yorkeres scored midweek, but
yeah,
big physical strikers they do struggle.
mm,
So I kind of look at that. I kind of look at that tomorrow, and I'm like, okay. So we've got to try and keep Big Igor Thiago quiet. Um,
mm,
as I said, I think Shada, whoever's a right back, I think it probably will be Connor Bradley tomorrow. Shad against Bradley, that'll be another
Yeah.
interesting battle. And then on the other side, you've obviously got Watara
Laura, yeah.
potentially up against Robertson or Kirkes. So
Mm,
no, I think it could be a really really interesting battle, especially the front threes
mm,
of both teams, and then obviously you've got the midfield battle in there as well. So no, as I said, I do think if we are up against big Igor Thiago tomorrow, I fully expect,
mm.
then I do think that he could give Konate and Van Dijk a problem. And you're absolutely right. Konate hasn't been at it at all this season, but obviously scored midweek, which was a
I did,
great
yeah.
great header, I've got to
Header, yeah.
say.
Header. Mm.
Yeah. So I think you should be looking at this game with a bit of confidence, knowing that obviously Liverpool have lost the last three in the Premier League.
Yeah.
You've just came off the back of a really impressive victory over West Ham, and I know West Ham are very very poor, and
Mm.
it is quite surprising, especially with obviously Graham Potter leaving, and then obviously Nuno coming in, and yet again they've not looked too great, but take absolutely nothing away from Brentford, and as you said, Matthias Jensen, that was a cracking goal
Yeah.
at West Ham
Mm.
on the Monday there, so.
Mm.
Should be a really really interesting battle tomorrow. So with that all being said, what is your starting lineup for tomorrow?
Um, yeah, it's funny. I didn't mention Watara. I should have done because I think he's been great as well. Another one, I think, and I hope he does play against you. I think he'll cause you a lot of trouble there. He's quick as
Yeah,
well. He's direct, gets the ball over. He can score, as we know as well. So be another threat for you. AS Thiago, definitely. He's got to play. I hope he does well against you lot because he is strong. He's a beast, really. So I'm sure he will, Shardy. You got those three up front. I think that'll be a real handful for you lot, I really do. That's if he goes that route. I'm not sure with Andrews. He may go back
mm.
defensively again, with this. So that's the problem. But you definitely would be Kelleher in goal for sure. I would think Coyote at right back, I would say. It'd be the.
Yeah. Warren's team talks actually asking, is Aaron Hickey fit, likely to play tomorrow?
Um, I'm not sure if he is fit, actually. I think he is. I think he was in training the other day, so he might be fit enough now. So I wouldn't have him he's been played at left back recently. No, no, no. Don't play him at left back. He's not a left back. That didn't work. Keith,
Yeah.
if you're listening, Keith, not a left back, right? But but no, he's quality, Hickey, and I'm sure he may come on for Coyote because I know we're going to keep Coyote with the long throws, especially as
Yeah.
well. Playing. And he's direct, another great player. I think we got there. He was only on loan to begin with, and we got him now permanently. England, Italy under 21 international. Another very strong, great on one-on-ones with defending when they attacking the attackers, strikers, whatever. He's very good at tackling there and great, long throw and athletic. I think he's a really quality player we got. It'd be Collins and Van Den Berg. I'm still not sure about Van Den Berg. I don't know. Not
Mm.
told on him yet. He's had his best game probably against West Ham, but West Ham didn't do a lot. Offer a lot, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the thing with Van Den Berg is he didn't really get his chance at Liverpool. He didn't really sort of get any sort of first team appearances. So it was really really sort of difficult to sort of judge of sort of how he was
Yeah.
going to do. But the games I've watched Brentford, I think he's done pretty okay. Um,
Mm.
I know obviously you'll have probably watched him a lot more. But do you think he is a good defender?
I think at times he looks good, looks decent. I mean, he was out-muscled by Haaland easily for that goal against
Mm,
City, which I
yeah,
didn't like. Mind you, it wasn't him, it was also, weren't just him, it was Collins as well, who was out-muscled or whatever, just pushed away too easily. I didn't like that, and I rate Collins as well. I think he's a fantastic player, and he was great last season. He's been a little bit shaky this season. Collins. I rate him, I really do, and I'm glad he's still there. But they're having dodgy moments at the moment, and I just hope you lot don't take advantage of that. And
Yeah.
I'd even had Pinnock there, maybe. I thought about Pinnock coming back because I think he's sort of stronger there. He's not maybe as quick or mobile sometimes, but he's a lot, stronger. And I think he'd offer more, but I think he will still go with Van den Berg and Collins. And I think left back, well, who we had there? Ayer, mainly at the moment. I'm not sure about Ayer. I don't think he's been that great this season. I didn't think he was that great last season, to be honest. So he'd be one I'd sell, actually, Doug. I'd get rid of him. I don't think he's been that great lately. So, but yeah, you could have Lewis Potter, left wing back. He's played well there. He's done well last season there. Or you could have Rico Henry. And Rico Henry's fit now.
Yeah.
So why not play Rico Henry? And I don't know why he isn't, to be honest. So I think he'd be ideal in this game, Rico Henry. I really do. He's strong. He interceptions, great going forward, crossing, and all that. I thought about him for England, Doug. If he'd stay fit, he'd play for England left back all day long, But he can't stay fit. That's the problem. So, but I'd have him there personally. I'd have him there tomorrow. And the midfield, well, you can have Damsgaard, definitely. He's going to be there. He's quality. Yarmouth, he's doing well.
Yeah.
He's doing well. And, I'm sure he'll pick him again. I think he's more defensive midfield, but he gets forward fairly well as well. Henderson, you got to have creativity in that midfield as well. And Henderson, Damsgaard, I'd even put Jensen. Jensen scored twice, so why isn't he playing? But still, it's actually not a bad team when you look at it, Doug. So it's not as great. It's not a big squad like yours. If we get players injured, we are done. If not like you got plenty of others to call on. If somebody gets injured. We haven't. So, but yeah, no, I think this is it'll be a good team if he plays. I want him to play attacking. I don't want him to be parking the bus. Low press or high press.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I want us to go at you while you're vulnerable because it's not a good time at the moment. You did win well the other day, but other than that, I don't think your defence hasn't been as great, but. I'm still dreading it. I'm still not underestimating you lot at all. Because, I say all this and you'll slap us up big time. So, who knows? But
yeah, I mean, there's never a good time to, that's sort of that saying. There's never a good time to play a team, but maybe it might be the right time to play Liverpool. But no, like I think that team has got a really, really good chance of of doing something tomorrow as well. And yeah, as you said, Rico Henry, fantastic player. Obviously, he's had his injuries, but I agree. I think he would be very, very good for England to say as well. So that's obviously your side. I think there is a few injury doubts tomorrow. Obviously, I was watching Slot's press conference. He was saying Gravenberch is a doubt, Isak's a doubt. So I doubt those two will be risked. No Jeremy Frimpong and no Allison. Everyone else is fit. So I think it'll be Marmadashvili in goal. Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk. I know Kirk has started every Premier League game, but for me, I would just start Robertson. I think Robertson has been better recently. So I would play that back four. And the two sort of midfielders would be or could be actually, to be honest, it could easily be a 4-4-2 actually. It could be a 4-4-2. I will go Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai as the sort of the two in midfield. then this is where it gets interesting. Do I bring Salah back in? I think Salah will come back in. I don't think you can drop him for 2 games, even though we looked very, very good the other night.
Yeah,
I don't think you can drop him for 2 games. So
Mo
I'm going to bring
Salah.
Salah in.
Mo Salah.
Yeah,
No, if he's going through a bad spell, he can still do something in the game. You never know, do you, with a player like that? So, and that's what I'm
yeah.
fearing, Doug. I'm fearing that if he's not doing well at the moment, he'll score against us, you know. Real fear,
I'm going to.
you know.
So I think the three in front of those will be Salah right wing. I think Gakpo will be left wing. I think he's scored the most goals for us this season, which has been very, very good to see.
Mm,
And then I do think Florian Wirtz will keep his place. I do think Wirtz will keep his place. And up front, I'm not risking Isaac. I don't
mm,
think he starts. So for me, Hugo Ekiteke starts. So it'll be Marmadashvili, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, and Robertson. Jones and Soboslai, and then it will be Salah, Wirtz, Gakpo, and Ekiteke. That'll be my
yeah.
lineup tomorrow.
Strong lineup, dangerous lineup again, that is. So, still, the amount of riches you can call on with your squad is amazing of players. So, whoever we play is going to be tough. It's going to be, it's not going to be an easy game. But, I think there is vulnerability slightly there with the defence at least. Going forward, you're still amazing as usual. And, look, Florian Wirtz needs a goal, doesn't he? It's Brentford. He's going to get one. I bet you. Because that's what happens. Last season, Darwin frigging Nunes. I can't stand that. Scored two in
I,
injury time against us. Didn't
I,
score against
I,
anyone else.
yeah, ex
Oh,
Liverpool players seem to have a knack of scoring against you. Harry Wilson is another one at Fulham. He seems to have a knack of scoring against you.
yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, it's not good, mate. But in injury time as well, we always seem to get concede goals in injury time or whatever. Hated all that under Frank as well. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's, actually so far we ain't been too bad with that. I think I feared that against West Ham actually because the more we didn't get any more goals because we should have had like 5, 6, 7 maybe even in that game. All the chances.
yeah,
I mean, look, that one that was offside. I thought, what inches in it? It was inches in that Thiago one, and he could have had a hat trick in that Thiago.
yeah.
Um, but more it went on, I thought, oh no, even against West Ham, a really poor West Ham team, we might concede. But no, it was good. We deserved that 2-0 at least, so made it look better. But yeah, this for me is we're not playing West Ham anymore, so this is going to be hard. It's really hard. So
Yeah, before we obviously get on to obviously score predictions, guys, get your score predictions in the chat, and we'll read them out. We've obviously spoken about Kelleher, we've also spoken about Henderson, we've spoken about Van Den Berg. There is one other ex-Liverpool player tomorrow. That's Fabio Carvalho.
yeah,
What have we
where is?
made of him?
I don't know. I don't know where he is, Doug. I don't know what's happened with him, but he's. I thought he was going to be a really good player for us. He's been around so many other teams though. You look at that, and I mean, where did he play his best? Probably Hull, Fulham, maybe. I don't know.
I'd probably say Fulham, to be honest.
Mm,
I think he probably had his best sort of time at Fulham. Hull, I didn't really see sort of much of him at Hull, and then obviously Liverpool didn't really get his opportunity
mm,
there. But I thought when he moved to Brentford, I thought right, he's gonna get some really, really good sort
mm.
of game time, but it just hasn't seemed to work out so far.
No, well, I always keep thinking he is going to take off and do well. I mean, what was it that one recently when he came on and scored that? Was it injury time equaliser? I think it was against Chelsea, the 2-2.
Chelsea, yeah, yeah,
And I thought, well, here we go. He's actually we're gonna get the best of him now. He's gonna actually kick on. And even when he got that goal against I think it was in the Carabao Cup as well against Bournemouth. When we beat
yeah.
them, we always seem to beat Bournemouth. What a team they are, but yet we always seem to beat them. We're their bogey team. So But
Yeah.
but yeah, I just thought he was going to really kick on. I keep thinking that, buddy, and he doesn't. So what is it? I want to know. What is the problem with him? Mentality or what? I
Mm.
don't know.
I mean, could there be could there be like a scenario where that Keith Andrews looks at it and thinks, right, I'll start all four ex-Liverpool players tomorrow:
Mm.
Kelleher in goal, Van Den Berg, Henderson, and actually Carvalho on one of the wings, maybe.
Mm. Well, he could, yeah. I mean, the old Liverpool players come back to haunt you for a change rather than these players haunting us and getting all these goals against us. That would be good, wouldn't it? But you know, but no, I just don't know. He has got ability, no doubt. He has got ability, Carvalho, but I don't know when it's gonna happen for him. I really don't, and I just hope we give him a bit of time. We can give him at least this season. Let's see what he's gonna do, and if he doesn't do it, he may go or he may put him off on loan. I don't know.
Mm.
It is a shame because the guy has got talent. He has got ability. So I just want to see it happen more.
Yeah. No.
Maybe tomorrow if he plays or comes on. So
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. But obviously, we'll come to score predictions now, because obviously, Brentford's home form, by the way, guys, is very, very good. 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. The 2 wins came against Aston Villa and Manchester United. The 2 draws were Chelsea was one of them. Who was the other one? Was it Wolves?
no, we ain't played
No,
them yet. We ain't played them yet.
no, I ain't played.
I'll
We
try.
had another
Yeah,
draw
we
against.
Chelsea. Who else did we? I can't think now who we drew with, but yeah, we beat
I
Villa. We
beat
beat
United.
United. Well, anyone was beating United at that time, wasn't
That's true.
they? But yeah, and of course West Ham, another win. So
I
yeah,
can't think who that other team
I'm
is.
trying to. How can
Can't
I
think
not?
who that other
I
team
can't
is.
think, and I'm the Bees fan, and I can't think of it at the moment.
It's okay.
But yeah, yeah, trying to think now. I'm
Yeah,
not sure. I
I'm
thought we
trying to
only
think
drew
as
one,
well.
didn't we? We only drew one, didn't we? Did we draw one?
Yeah. Oh, maybe the Chelsea game was probably the only
Yeah,
draw then potentially.
I'm pretty sure. I
Um,
remember another draw, but
yeah, but obviously, City's the only game that you have lost at home this
at
season
home,
so far. So, what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
yeah. I really hate to say this, Doug. I wish we could beat you, but I don't think it's going to happen. I still don't think because I just hope we had put in a good performance. But I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool because as long as it's not a massive defeat, you know, I just feel
Yeah,
at least we're going to get at least one, and with your defence at least, we should get at least one. But I wish I could be confident and say, we're going to go there and take you apart or something, which won't happen. But I just think a good performance will be good, even if we lose, because I think we will. But um, it's a shame to say that, and I wish I had more confidence. I would say this is almost a free hit for us, if you like, because now we're going to have Grimsby after that in the Carabao Cup. Well, maybe we were looking at
yeah.
that more now, and then Palace in the Premier. So, well, that doesn't get any easier, does
Ooh,
it? Let's be honest. And then
no, that is not easy.
so Newcastle as well. So yeah, but no, I mean, I'd like us to put in at least a good performance at home. We weren't great against City in that first half. We were poor. The second half, I thought we were great. We done a lot better. Never looked like scoring. That was the problem, though. But here, I hope we just do well against you, at least, even if we are going to lose. And I'm sure that's what you're going to say as well. We're going to lose. So I'm sure you're going to say that, Doug. But whatever, man.
I I think tomorrow. Yeah, I think that the one thing that really sort of goes into this game for me is the fact that it's 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. Um, And I think when you look at Brentford's record, sort of late night games is really, really good.
No,
So I think I think we'll probably come away with a win, but I don't think it will be as comfortable as many people are going to predict. I'm actually going to say 2-1 Liverpool. I think you will score, but I just think that the firepower that we've got probably just has about enough as well. Don't say who I know is going to score. Let me just say that.
probably Verts if he
But
ain't scored yet. He will against the Bees, so it'd be Verts one of them probably. Um, yeah,
but no, it's going to be a very, very interesting game tomorrow. And Warren's team talk says Liverpool 2, Brentford 1. Sorry, Stevie. I'm gonna go 2-1 as well. But yeah, Steve, really, really great to get you on. Really good to get you on the channel as well. Yeah, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, Mr. B Hive Football Chat, and obviously on the Insta, Mr. B for Life 182. Please try and subscribe, like and sub, and watch the channel. It's another small channel really, like my team, very small, but a punching above its weight, I suppose you could say. But I'm on like 185 subs, so please get me up to 200, guys. I really want that milestone of 200. I've been on this, I think, about 3 years or so now, or more maybe. And,
Yeah,
it's taken a long while to get to at least this, So I'd really love people, if you could, please try and sub and, smash the likes and everything. And thank
yeah,
you,
absolutely.
Doug. Thanks for letting me on, man. It's brilliant. And I apologise again for last time. I didn't manage to make it on. Obviously, other things happened and I couldn't get there. But I'm glad I got on here this time. And whenever you want me to come on, mate, I'll be on, man. Don't worry. It's a great channel.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
brilliant channel. Superb.
Thank you very, very much. No, thank you very, very much. And I just want to say as well, I don't know if anyone has seen the post in the community tab, but we hit 1,000 views. Sorry, 1 million views on Tuesday. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who continues to watch, because I never would have envisaged a channel like this getting that many views. So
Mm.
really, really appreciate it. So
Well,
thank you very much to.
You deserve it. Brilliant.
Thank you very much. No, it's really, really, really great to get there. But guys, go in the description of the video, and I have left Mr. B's channel name. Just click on it and then hit that subscribe. And as I said, we'll get to you to 200 very, very soon, my
Yeah,
friend. I'm pretty
cheers, my
sure
friend. Thank you.
of that. But let's go into the chat very, very quickly before we go. Great stream. Thank you, Stephen. Hello, Mrs. P on Twitch.
Yeah.
And hail, lads. Have a great evening. Yeah, thank you, Warren. And yeah,
Have a good one.
good luck. Good luck against Hearts on
Yeah.
Sunday. That is going to be a very interesting game for sure.
Who didn't know that, Doug? Hearts at the top of the Scottish Premier, right? And Celtic and whatever lagging behind,
They deserve it. They deserve it.
Yeah.
They've been the best team so far this season. They've been very, very good. So that game is going to be very, very interesting on Sunday. But yeah, guys, if you have obviously enjoyed the stream, please consider hitting that like button. Please consider hitting that subscribe button on this channel and on Mr. B's. As I said, the link is in the description. So please go and check out his channel as well. And also press that little hype button, because as we say, YouTube's all about algorithms. Press that little hype button. It'll probably get out to more people as well. But yes, 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. Brentford against Liverpool. We'll see what happens. 5-1 against Frankfurt. Can we go to the G-Tech and win, or will the Bees sting the Reds once again? But thank you very much for watching. Please give a like and subscribe, and obviously go and subscribe to Mr. B's channel. And the two of us will see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers, everyone.